Good evening and welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Jerome Aegean, and these are some of the top stories we have for you tonight. We pay tribute to David Hamilton Jackson on Bull and Bread Day. Former Lieutenant Governor Lush James II makes his choice for governor, and the contestants for Miss St. Croix pageant. These stories and more are up next on News Channel 8. Happy Bull and Bread Day to everyone out there. And before we start on our top story tonight, we saw some extensive sea swells over the weekend, and that was a result of Tropical Storm Tomas, which was a hurricane at the time it passed us by here on St. Croix, and that increased a lot of the surf in our area. We want to remind you to please exercise caution if you're going anywhere near the beach areas, and there's a lot of debris, and there's possible riptides out there for everyone, and that could cause some folks some serious trouble. So until the surf calms down, we want to remind you to, of course, practice caution when you're at the beach. And on our top story tonight, we pay tribute to David Hamilton Jackson, the front-runner of the Free Labor Party movement here on St. Croix.
Well, happy Bull and Bread Day to everyone out there, better known as David Hamilton Jackson Day, here in Grove Place at David Hamilton Jackson Park. And the folks are just starting to get here. You know, you got the MAPSACU team stopping traffic out there, the Young Francis team trying to outdo them. 24 hours away should be one heck of a gubernatorial turnout, that's for sure. Of course, all the senators and their hard workers are out here as well. The delegate to Congress, Donna Christensen, is here. But a little bit about the man himself, the man who we pay tribute and honor to today. David Hamilton Jackson was born on September the 28th in 1884. He was an educator and later became a bookkeeper at a business owned by James C. Canegata. Now, David Hamilton Jackson organized the first free newspaper in our area. It was called the Herald. He also organized the first labor union in our territory, that in 1913. The famous labor movement, headed by David Hamilton Jackson, leveled the playing field so that workers would be treated and paid fairly. David Hamilton Jackson passed away in 1946, but not before he served us well as an educator, editor, labor leader, lawyer, judge, and legislature himself. A housing project has been named in his honor right here on St. Croix, better known as Red Brick, and his birthday is a Virgin Island holiday. David Hamilton Jackson. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Wes. Well, with only a few days left in the gubernatorial race, things are starting to heat up. And for more on this story, we go back to D. Hamilton Jackson Day and Wes Small.
Well, look who we have here, the Honorable Governor John DeYoung Jr. And Governor, man, it is really a pleasure to see you. I know you got to be tired. It's been one heck of an election here. What's going on, I got to tell you, between you and Francis, and of course MAPSACU. And we just hope that all works out well tomorrow with the machines and everybody gets to the polls. But, you know, let's put that aside. This is about David Hamilton Jackson, a great educator and labor leader. What does it mean when you come up here to David Hamilton Jackson Park and you see all the Grovians out here and probably people who you've known since you were small?
Since I was very small. But what it really means, quite frankly, you know, is that the Virgin Islands and the Grove Place Action Committee stays true to the history and the principles of D. Hamilton Jackson with respect to what they're doing. One, bringing the community together. And when I say community, not just Grove Place, not just the Grovians, but also the entire St. Croix community comes down here. I mean, people plan their day around when they think all the speeches will be done and then there can be some socialization taking place. Folks come over from St. Thomas and St. John. So, and I think what's really very, very good about it, quite frankly, and especially since we're 7 years away from celebrating the 100 years since 1917, and what D. Hamilton Jackson did in going over to Denmark with respect to freedom of the press and everything, I think it really does show that there's a consistency with the principles, and it gives us a chance with labor, with the press, with freedom, everything else, and it gives us a chance to really sort of show the respect that we do to someone that's so important to the Virgin Islands altogether.
Governor John DeYoung, thank you. I know you got some bull and bread to go get.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Governor John DeYoung.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And we want to thank Governor John DeYoung for those words. And of course, we wanted to catch up with Governor Hopeful Mapp. Unfortunately, he wasn't at the park at the time that Wes was there able to film. We would have liked to have gotten his words on this very special day today at D. Hamilton Jackson. And for a special report, we now go to former Lieutenant Governor Les James II. He gives his announcement and endorsement for governor.
Thanks a lot, Jerome. News Channel 8 just got the late breaking word literally just a few minutes ago from the former Lieutenant Governor. We all know him very well, businessman, and also Les James Jr. Les, you have something you want to say? You are throwing your support to either Mapp Sekou or DeYoung Francis. Which one is it?
Well, it's no surprise. I've been a Democrat for the last 40 years. I ran at the Democratic primary and I lost. And most naturally, just like how Hillary Clinton ran against Barack Obama, and Barack Obama got the nomination, the Honorable Governor John pt1 got the nomination, and it's only common and most sensible thing for me to do is to give my support to him. And I'm going to support John pt1 tomorrow, as well as Lieutenant Governor Gregory Francis. And I'm voting #1 tomorrow. And I'm asking the people of Virgin Islands to support the John pt1, Greg Francis team.
All right. Well, there you have it. Les James Jr. throws his support to Governor John DeYoung. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
And of course, we want to thank Lieutenant Governor Les James for his words as well. And the president of Grove Place Action Committee is Raymond Williams. Here's News Channel 8's Wes Small. He's back at David Hamilton Jackson Park.
And here he is, the man himself, Raymond Williams. Well, these 2 days are big for you with the election tomorrow, but this is your baby. You wait for this every year. David Hamilton Jackson, educator, labor leader,
politician, journalist,
legislator, yes,
editor. So we can go on and on.
Yeah, we can go on and on. But this is a day that everyone comes out here and solicits their votes and everything. But more than that, it's also a time that we pay tribute to a great leader. And then you get to tell some great things about Grove and about this neighborhood and what it means historically and what's going on now.
Well, Wes, I'll tell you this, right? Just on the jump. You know, today is an overwhelming day for me. Today is a day that I hold absolutely with every being of every part of my existence as a great day in my community. I don't care what anyone says. I am absolutely a proud Grovian. I have came up through generations of true proud Grovians. You know, and I want to put it on record. We're talking about the Hamilton Jackson Day today, but I want to put it on record. Just like, you know, I keep hearing you a lot of times talk about your scare and fear of coming through here. This is a proud community. The criminals that live amongst us are not of us. They're no part of us, okay? Because of gentrification, a lot of these people end up in this community. But you know what? Not one or two or three will prosper in here. We are a proud people. And until God takes the breath out of this body, that can't change. #1. #2, today is Liberty Day.
Yes.
You know, look around here. If you pan your camera around, the time is now about 12:30.
Right.
You see the crowd? None.
Not just yet, but they're getting ready to.
But wait, work with me.
Yeah.
I'm saying to you, you see no crowd, right?
Right.
When we're celebrating the life and time of Hamilton Jackson, every year, without fail, this is what you see. But turn on the music at about 5 o'clock this afternoon, this place is littered with people. How unfortunate. We have got to get a sense of nationalism, a sense of pride in our communities, not only in Grove Place, but this community of the Virgin Islands. We have got to get a sense of nationalism.
We're here in Grove. It's David Hamilton Jackson Day, and we're paying tribute to him. Raymond Williams, thank you very much, sir.
Right.
I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Wes. And when we come back from this break, we're still at the park for David Hamilton Jackson Bull and Bread Day, and Wes Small catches up with the St. Croix Pageant Girls.